Yeah, man, I know you guys seen that god daggone debate, man. That shit was funny. But let's start it off with this, man. Let's do the Trump front, baby. Time to do the Trump front, baby. Give it to him. Give it to him. Yo, Trump, hit him up with that front, baby. Hit him up with the Trump front, baby. Let's go. You already know what it is. You know what I mean? Let's set it off. I'm going to get you to dance to my tune there, Trumpy. Come on. Come on. Exhale. Yeah, come on, Trump. Time to the front. Come on, let's go. Inhale the seat. Exhale. Wake up in the morning, it's time for the smoke out. We can bake, get the Swiss. Yeah, Trump front. No doubt, every 20 minutes on the hour, I'm high. I stay lit like the 4th of July. Excuse me while I kiss the sky. Democrats, what the hell is going on, man? Like, come on, bro. Come on. You see that debate tonight, man? Man, crazy. Mad at both candidates. Mad at both of them. Now, I'll tell you why I'm mad at Trump. Because, you know, he should have came like, yo, I'm going to hit you with the 4-year plan right now. This is what we're going to do. You know, instead of the ad hominem attacks, he should have been more focused on laying out his plans for the next 4 years. He probably would have got reelected if he would have just played nice. And I'm not saying he won't be reelected, but I'm just saying. Then Biden. When somebody asks you what you done in 47 years, you said the same thing Strom Thurmond did, the same thing Orrin Hatch did, the same thing Dianne Feinstein did, or Feinstein. You know what I'm saying? Pass legislation. Shut them down. What's going on with you Democrats, man? Why you guys, I'm not a Democrat nor a Republican, but why you guys are not hitting them with the facts? They got a picture going around right now of Biden saying, I don't want my children to grow up in a jungle, a racial jungle. That's in 1977. So Democrats, you got to hit back with the 1974 discrimination lawsuit against Trump and his father. Why you guys are not hitting them with that? That's in 1974 where Trump said, blacks and Latinos, they come try to rent for me, you charge them double, so they can't rent. Listen, Dems, what are you guys doing? And don't get it confused. Trump did not win a medal from the NAACP. You know, you got this black guy with a do-rag on, chain on that, you know, a lot of my white Republican friends who would like to send me that video, he said that Trump was the only person who did anything for the HBCUs. That's false. Obama wrote an executive order, and as you can see, it's right there. Now, I had a post earlier I'm about to show you right now where it shows out how much Obama gave and Trump gave. The audio's messed up. I'll speak over it, but I'm going to show you it. Here it is. All right, and you can go down and listen, do your research on that. Obama did sign an executive order to take care of the HBCUs, even though they have a weird relationship. Let's not get it twisted. And as far as him winning an award from the NAACP, Trump, that's false. He did not win a medal for the NAACP. Now, Trump, granted, he was around Al Sharpton, Don King, all the black business leaders. He was dealing with them because he was trying to create some business, you know, keep himself in the spotlight as we're doing now. But when somebody says they did more for black people during the election time, it's bullshit. You don't have to brag about that shit. It would actually show. Why do you think 85 to 90% of the blacks are voting for Biden? Because Biden called Bin Laden, the Affordable Care Act. So there's a lot of things that homie said in that video that was straight up false. People vote for Trump because they loved him. Everybody loved Trump at one time. No, everybody wanted the money like Trump. We need to know the difference. I see a lot of posts that's bullshit. Oh, Biden's a pedophile, but he has no sexual cases against him. He's not even in court with Epstein, and somebody's giving him a charge. He hasn't even, all the kids that he may have sniffed, no parents had a lawsuit against him. So you Democrats, man, you gotta show. You know what? I'm not mad at you guys. I'm not mad at you guys. You're not upset. You're not really, you're going to beat them at the voting booth. I get that. I understand that. And I also understand why, I'm getting all these memes on my timeline and panic because, when you actually look at the map, it's nowhere near 2016. Now, this is from political analyst, also from Real Clear Politics, also from 538. It's a cumulative of all the polls. That's what it's looking like right now. And this is not a 2016 map. Actually, it looks worse than that. But I'm going to let the homeboy explain it to you before we get up out of here. Big up to the political analyst for dropping these videos weekly, daily. He's not with any team. He's not voting for anybody. He's just giving you the direct response of what's going on right now after the elections. But I'm going to let him explain it to you. Put these headphones on. And I'm going to roll this up. Go check that page out on YouTube, man. You got like a 1.5 likes versus the 282 dislikes. But chances are those are the Republicans. Let's see what he's saying at the end of the day. Let's go.
It's better for Trump. I mean, he did have more of a theme this time around instead of just attacking Biden every way that he could last time around.
Debate.
However, this time, I don't think it was too effective. Honestly, Joe Biden was able to defend himself pretty well, especially attacking Trump about his taxes. I think that was a pretty strong moment for Joe Biden about how Trump, still won't release his taxes. And then honestly, just a lot of misinformation on both sides, but I would say a little bit more from President Trump, definitely. And that debate, it was all right. I think that policy-wise, definitely much better than the first debate. We actually saw some more policy discussion instead of just personal attacks on each other. So I think that if you're really trying to figure out who you should vote for, you should definitely watch that debate if you're still undecided and you haven't watched it. But right now, I don't see many voters flipping. And after the first debate, we of course did see a little bit of a surge. A pretty substantial surge for Joe Biden. I don't know if we're going to see that again. However, I do think that his chances of victory are going to increase. Taking a look at the betting odds here on RCP, his numbers are already increasing. And so as of the 21st, Joe Biden plus 30.2%. He dipped a little bit down last week. However, now he's doing fine. I expect these numbers to go up even higher after this debate because Trump, his final chance to make an impression on a large majority of, a large amount of the American people. I don't think he did well enough, and I don't think it's going to change the direct.
He should have said what he was going to do for the next
race, which is a Biden victory. And then the national overview right here, Joe Biden currently expected to win on average 350.9 electoral votes, President Trump 187. So this is pretty similar to our electoral map here. If I just fill in the Biden states once again, as you can see, it's 337 and then 357 right there with Pennsylvania.
I don't think he's going to get that much, but he's going to win.
That amount. Jorgensen, Hawkins, 0 electoral votes. Obviously, the popular vote, Biden expected to win by a margin of 8.8% right now, which would be a pretty strong margin, stronger than Barack Obama's 2008 margin over John McCain, even though he won more electoral votes. And then taking a look at how this race has changed over time, you see that, during the beginning of this race in March, Biden only had a 58% chance of victory. However, right now, he is up at 87.7%. That is a very, very good chance for Joe Biden. Last time around, I think even Trump had a higher chance than 12.3%, even though he was underestimated all across the board. However, this time, he has already won an election, and people are underestimating him less. But that just really shows how poorly he is doing right now. As you can see, after that first debate, after Trump caught COVID-19, you saw a huge surge for Joe Biden. This is before the debate right there, and this is after the debate. Joe Biden's numbers are still up there in terms of his chances of victory, and then after this debate, I do expect it to go even higher for Joe Biden. And then based on the popular vote right now, Joe Biden, I think this is one of the larger margins for Biden that we've seen since the summer. And so, yeah, things are still on the upward trend for Joe Biden. He's holding on to his massive lead right now, the electoral vote count. As you can see, Joe Biden also up there at 349. And then, this is basically his peak this entire period. So Joe Biden, in terms of the electoral votes, he's currently expected to win. He has never done better than right now. And then the race to 270, this is kind of just which states that Biden needs to win. This is kind of like the 538 snake graph, except it's more of a bubble, or like square bubbles, I guess. So again, it does show which state would get Biden over 270. That would be Pennsylvania, and then shows which states Biden does not need, and then which states Biden, of course, does need. Now, this is kind of sad for President Trump. He's down there with 181, and his only two real swing states that he's winning in right now is Ohio and Texas, and he's currently expected to lose every single one of these other swing states. And keep in mind, every single swing state went to the president in 2016.
Looks like a blue wave to me.
A better way to look at it right here. This is what I based my original electoral map out off of this electoral map right here. And then, as you can see, this is basically just the same map, but with margins. So you see Pennsylvania 6.8 for Biden, Michigan 8.1, Wisconsin 7.1, Florida 3.8, North Carolina 2.6. So these are some pretty strong margins for Joe Biden all across the board. I mean, Ohio, Trump plus 1%, and a state that he won by over 8% in 2016. Texas, a state that he won by a very similar margin, now just plus 1.4 for the current president. And so, yeah, these are some pretty devastating numbers for the GOP. I mean, so many Democratic states. You see only a little cluster of Republican states there in the middle of the country.
And we're going to stop it right there. So I get it, Dims. I understand you're not upset. You're looking at polling numbers. You're seeing that, if you actually look, there's 6 million votes for Biden, 2.5 for Trump. So I get it. And I understand why all the Republicans are posting memes on their timeline, because they say the blue wave is coming. I believe so. I got my surfboard. Do you? It's your boy Neb. I'm out of here. You guys have a wonderful and prosperous day. Stick to the facts. Go out there and vote, And posting memes and all this, like this video, is not going to try to persuade you to go vote for Biden. I'm just here to speak my facts. Hate me or love me for it. I'm out of here. I got shit to do. Much love to you. Peace.